signs of trouble, what? Skies. Spot a problem before you have a problem. 40 to 50% of your business is going to the bottom feeders. Is that bad luck? I love it when people say, well, they're the only one that's buying. You got it, buddy. Nope. They're the only one that is buying for you. It's a clear indication of bad lending relationships. This is a very clear indication of bad lending relationships. Who are the bottom feeders? Without mentioning names, these are the guys that charge you 20, 30, 40% what? Fees. Somebody else is getting that house that you're dreaming of because there's a certain amount of talent that your department is lacking. That money is escaping that dealership and going to those bottom feeders because some of your managers are not very clear and skilled on the things that it's required for them to do their job. No one is approving your loans. I can't get an approval to save my life. This is a clear indication that you have let your relationship slip. That you have let your relationship slip. Funding contracts are taking longer or being kicked back. This is a clear indication that they are looking for a problem. They already marked you as a criminal. Or worse, excuse the language, but not very skilled. The advance for your deals are keep getting lower and lower. At the beginning, you were getting 140, 145% payment calls all the time. Now you're at 120, 115, 110. I will do this deal at 100% a book. Clear sign of what? Issues. This is a clear indication that they think you are hiding something and want to limit their what? Exposure. This is the kind of stuff where somebody says, you know, I know smoking is bad, but I'm going to go ahead and smoke. This lender thinks he knows that your business is bad, but he's going to go ahead and just fire up a try. You like that, Bill? Your finance manager consistently complains about his ability, listen to this, guys, to reach the finance company's buyers and supervisors. You go to the F&I office and you tell them, hey, you got to make a call, you got to rehash this deal, you got to get this done. And he tells you, oh, I can't reach anybody. Oh, yeah. They got caller ID, and they got you marked, buddy. They don't want to pick up your call. This is a clear indication that the finance manager has not been maintaining the relationship. Do you guys like the graphics on the bottom here? I picked them myself. Number 6, if you are getting regular letters from the finance companies cutting you off, this is a clear indication that they are talking to one another about you. You don't think they talk? I think there's 3 forms of communication in this world. Telephone, telefax, and telefinance rep. That information will get spread very nicely. They are talking about you, man. You cross the line with one of the finance companies, everybody's going to know. And if there's an issue, make sure it's handled quickly because everybody's going to know. Lenders are asking to speak with the customer before they give you an approval. In the old days, 15 days ago, that was a trick that we used to get a deal approved. Now, if the lender is asking to speak to a customer before they give you an approval, this is a clear indication that they do not trust what you are telling them. They are asking for steps up front. They need to see the proof of income, proof of residence up front. This is as well a clear indication that they don't trust what you are telling them. The representatives and field managers are avoiding visiting your dealership like the plague. This is a very obvious and a clear indication that your dealership has a bad reputation. They know sooner or later you're going to get cut off, and they just don't want to invest any time and energy with your company. They are insisting that you buy contracts back. This is a clear indication that they have lost all trust and confidence of you. Now, some of you have all 10 signs in your company. Some of you don't have but 1 or 2. Some of you don't have any. Congratulations. But I tell you what, sooner or later, all of us are going to have to deal with 1 or 2 of those. And we just need to make sure that they don't go to 3, 4, or 5, and those 2 are eliminated, handled, and protected very quickly. And I would be a little bit overcautious on those versus just passive. So if you say, I'm not quite sure if it is or not, assume that there's a problem and handle it. Nothing more valuable than your lending relationships. Nothing. Sir?
I'll give you an example on that. Me and HSBC, or formerly Household, had a pretty good rep when I first came on with them in July. They were doing about 5 to 6. I took them to 10 or 12.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, October, November, December, they got 28 applications a month. Didn't approve 1 deal. So they're coming to me, my rep's coming to me saying, hey, your performance level's low. I said, bullshit. I go, here's my portfolio. I go, I've sent you guys 28 apps. I've got none approvals. And I said, well, you got beat out. I go, something's going on with your scorecard, or you guys are shifting.
Yep.
He goes, no, nothing's gone wrong, nothing's gone wrong. So I got him out of the picture, called my buyer. She was, me and her, of course, were cool. And she kind of didn't really let me in on something, but she gave me a number to call. Come to find out they were shutting down the North Texas area, and they were opening up the gates somewhere else in the country. So it had nothing to do with us, but my rep couldn't tell me anything, but he's ready to cut me off. It had nothing to do with my performance, so I had to get to the bottom of it.
Why do you think they're crossing the North Texas area?
Traditionally, they usually do it in November and December. They ship somewhere else. So that's just always been kind of a trend that I've seen in the last.
The only reason a finance company shuts down an area is because strictly of performance. It's not market, it's performance. So that's why you got to protect them, and you just got to stick out as a sore thumb, but only instead of it being a sore thumb, stick out like a beacon of light of how well your portfolio is. So even if they do get out of an area, they want to keep you because you're a profit center.